Wait for a couple people to come in. Let's see. Are we live? Is we live? Is we live? If we're live on the wrong channel, that's gonna fuck me up. I'm gonna be so mad. If we're live on my news channel, people are just be like, what do you mean ban list? Is America banned? What the fuck?
Honestly, the way things are going, it wouldn't be that surprising.
That would not be. Not the way shit's going right now. Okay. No, I'm not live on that. Where's Go for Lethal? Is Go for Lethal live? Give me one sec, guys. Just double checking if we're all good to go. Yep, we're back. We're up. First live show. Let's go. We have a ban list. We have a ban list finally. Zach is gonna join us in a second. Chris is in the middle of something right now. So he's doing that. I'm just posting this in our things, and then we should be good to go. All right. So, Dean, how you doing?
I'll say this: anybody who's even remotely touched GP, get ready to play that deck for the next however many months until Bandai realizes their mistake.
Oh yeah. By the way, can I get a vindication for Giant not getting banned?
Can I get an I told you so? Yeah. Oh my god. Can we agree that we're about to enter maybe the worst tier 0 format, the English
Oh, I don't agree with that at all. What are you talking about? Yeah. No.
Dude, it's about to be strictly GP for the next
I don't know, man. I think to be honest, just with some of the stuff I've seen, let me just like knock some of this out. Hold on, let me close my door.
Yeah, go for it.
Also, can I just tell you, it's really nice to have like internet that works and is not like fucking kicking me off every 3.5 seconds.
Facts.
It's great.
And no kebabs, but that's the trade-off, you know.
First off, I ate kebabs right before this, just to keep myself up.
So you get the best of both worlds.
Oh yeah, I fuck, bro. It's good.
It's crazy.
I can't tell you like. So first off, I don't think it's the worst tier 0 format. To be fair, like honestly, the last 3 formats I've heard, every single time it's been like, this is the worst tier 0 format. This is the worst tier 0 format. It's a tier 0 format. It's always going to be what it is, right? I think GP is very strong. Very strong. I think it's tier 1 or tier 0 easily, right? I think, well, first off, let's start with this. What do you think BP is now? Or UP? What do you think UP is right now?
UP will still be strong. I think 9.
Well, we should tell the people who are here, the 3 people. Hello, thank you for joining us.
How's it going?
The people who are here, exactly what the ban list currently is, right? So the ban list it's very weird. Okay. But
it's weird for One Piece. This is a precedent for One Piece, but we've seen it in other Bandai card games.
What other card games have we seen it in?
We've seen it in Digimon, and that was my main argument for why we should do exclusion bans. So this is the One Piece card game's first exclusion ban. You can't use these 2 cards that they specify in conjunction in the same deck.
So to be let me see if I can switch it. So because for some reason Riverside doesn't let us fucking do certain things. So let me see if I can. No, it's not letting me switch it because it's fucking weird. All right, it is what it is. So the ban is for UP, right? You cannot use 8-cost Katakuri or 9-cost Linlin in your deck if you're using UP. So those cards are banned from UP leader using, which is I think I have my own feelings about that, but it's fine. And then NAMI, the blue NAMI, just banned outright. And I think that's a smart decision, especially with like just before the tier -1 happens.
Yeah,
she's
that Otama would have ruined the game.
What was the Otama effect again?
The Otama was if you're at 3 life or less. It's a 2K counter, by the way, which is crazy. So it's just a better Kaya, right? It's a 2K counter, 1 cost. If you're at 3 or less life, draw 2, discard 1 on play. So the ability to loop that with Snake Dance, the same way they do with Kaya,
Oh
Would
God,
just
yeah,
be insane. It would double up, right? And that's essentially
yeah,
why Kabaji was banned, and that's one of our unbanned cards for today.
yeah. And then we have two unbans, right? We got Sakazuki and we have Kabaji,
Hmm.
right? Who's what was Kabaji's effect again?
Kabaji was if you have emoji in play, it would draw two, discard one. So they essentially power crept Kabaji with
Yeah,
Otama in OP13, but this time they caught it and they're like, hey, we just need to stop being bottlenecked by Blue Nami's leader design,
right.
so we're just gonna ban it.
It's one of those things. I think. I mean, to be honest, like I'm on. I feel like kind of would have loved to see busted Nami in some ways because of all these busted cards. Not
Hmm.
in a good way, right? But like, completely understand why you're banning it like prohibitively
Yeah.
before all this goes. And to be honest, like I think it's interesting, just so many card effects that they've made over the last like, just decisions they've made over the last like month or 2 months, which are just like, hey, we fucking cooked a little too hard,
Hmm.
and this
For sure.
shit's too strong. Um, which I think makes an exciting game, but definitely does make this game a little spiky. Um, so yeah, so let's talk about it. What do you think about UP? Is it busted still? Is it not busted? Where are we at?
I think it'll be high tier two. I definitely think, I just rewatched our episode that we uploaded yesterday, right? And we ended on the note that there are meta defining decks and meta warping decks, but sometimes those decks aren't always tier one or tier two. I think this is a great example of that. The same way we expect Emu is going to be meta warping in that you have to have an answer to Emu, right? But it's still very beatable. And I think Blue Purple was kind of treading that line where it was meta warping and meta defining, but it wasn't always beatable. Like I think this gives decks a real chance to beat it, like just random decks in the meta. But it'll still be meta warping in that, like some decks will just get outed completely by playing two big bodies a turn.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's gonna be. I mean, what do they replace? What do they put in?
So we have that Roger promo in OP13 or somewhere around there, right? And that is
Hmm.
the I think it just buffs your lead. It's an 8 cost, and I think it says if you or your opponent is at 10 Dawn, you buff your leader 2k until the end of your opponent's
Yeah.
next turn.
I just don't.
So
You know what's fucking crazy? Like, especially with Roger, right? Like, I could have sworn they would have just banned UP, just because it's so many fucking ramp cards, man.
yeah.
That deck is gonna sneeze and be a 10. That's
Yes,
crazy to me.
but a lot of them are pseudo lock to Roger in the way that you have to have attached
That's
Dawn.
true.
So you can't play them on curve, right? Like you can't
Yeah.
play God Threat on 5, or if they had a God, like for example, their best card is that Odin. Oh, there's Zach
Oh, there's
waiting
Zach. He's awake.
to come
Hello.
in. How's it
Hi.
going, Zach?
How's it going, Zach? Zach, you look like you're in 380p on our fucking video screen.
Hey, we'll take it, dude. 380p better than
380p. Can you
0p.
yeah, is your mic working, Zach? You good?
Yeah, it's good. Can you
All
hear me?
right. Hey, Zach, do you see the bands?
Yeah.
Hey, man,
Eight cost
I think Mary
categories
Go is out.
gone.
I think Mary Go is out, right?
Forget Merry-Go. 8 cost Katakuri is gone for good.
Just from that deck.
Just from that deck, I think that. Well, here's a question: what happens to? Because I feel like there's other decks that were kind of like prohibited by
Blue purple.
UP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, do you feel like this is kind of probably a random question? Purple Katakuri from that same set. Like,
Hmm.
I don't think that was a terrible deck. It seemed like a really like it had some strong moments and strong lines of play, but it just crumbled to UP and a couple of the other meta
Mm-mm.
answers to UP. Does that come back in any significant way? I think that's another question being answered. Like I think the absence or like, at least like this strategy change for UP does change a lot of it. I think it's a smart
Mhm.
decision. Instead of giant, I think it's pretty like either they're gonna ban giant in the next 100% they're gonna ban giant, or they power creep the shit out of it in the next two sets, right? Um, but I feel like I think yeah, definitely. Dean was mentioning that GP easily becomes tier 0. I still think GP is beatable, right?
Yeah.
I think they're definitely, and I think honestly, like I was watching some videos on the new Red Black Sabo today, which
Mhm.
is crazy. Like there's a lot of crazy shit that leader can do.
Yeah. Aikai's videos
Um,
were great on that. Yeah, just
yeah,
showing the
he
power level.
Yeah, we joke around about we're fans of Ikai Kai. I'm a fan of Ikai Kai, and
Yeah.
like I should talk him a little bit, but I do love some of his. He comes up with some really cool ideas, and like watching that video was so informative. His emo video and that video.
Mhm.
But you should check that out, Zach, too. It's like basically he's like because he shows a Rayleigh versus Emu in one video, and Emu eats the
Ooh.
Rayleigh, right? Um, and then this video, it's because the Sabo's effect because of this new secret rare Sabo that's coming out is just disgusting. You know, because you get a 6 cost blocker you get a 6 cost that becomes an 8K blocker because of the
Mhm.
effect. Um, and buffs. Yeah, it's just nuts.
Okay. Red Black Sabo looking better than we
I
all
just
thought.
think our discussion from last episode, this might be fine for us now because we don't have the OP13 cards, right? Like it'll still be tier 0. I think GP is going to be absurdly or like evidently the best deck. But when you get to OP13 and you have those new inclusions, that screams unfair to me.
Yeah, I mean,
What deck in OP13 will be able to use like Gum Gum Giant or anything?
Well, GP would use Giant and the new
Oh.
OP13 cards is what I'm saying. So primarily it's that Sanji and that Luffy. So the rare Sanji is a 5/7. It's a brick, so it doesn't have any counter. And it when it enters, it restands 2 Dawn, and then at the end of every turn, it restands another Dawn. So you're always gonna have Dawn up for Giant. And
yeah.
then the 6/7 Luffy, which is even more of a problem. Remind me of that one, Zed. That one was when it enters, it
The
just
6/7
restands
Luffy,
4
the
Dawn.
6/7. We're also at 6/7,000. We just say 6/7 because we
Yeah.
secretly all just want to be Magic players. OP13 Luffy secret rare.
Pretty sure
Let me
it
see this.
restands 4 Dawn when it enters, and it has double attack.
Luffy, yeah. It's six cost 7,000. Fishman Island, Supernova, Straw Hat from Fishman Island arc. Come on, guys. Supernova, Straw Hat Crew, double attack. On play, if your leader is multicolored, set up to 4 of your Dawn is active. Then you may not play character cards with an original cost of 5 or greater for the rest of this turn. I mean, that doesn't really fucking matter.
Yeah.
It's essentially like it's a 6 cost that becomes a 2 cost, and it has double attack and 7K power. And it is like, I mean, honestly, like you can play that. You can play that second if you have the right board, right? And then get 4 Dawn back and just swing like crazy, you know.
Play Zoro
Um,
play
yeah.
another body and search.
I mean, you can play Zoro, like the normal, like the fat Zoro.
Yeah.
Like
That's
you
crazy.
could play you play your mom and she'll fucking come through and do no
Yeah.
you could play
We'll
a
search
lot
some
of
more
crazy
cards
shit.
for GP.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like there's so much shit. It's just a double up on the effect, and the egregious thing is the double attack, definitely, right? I think waiting a turn is a little crazy, but the whole thing
Does it
about
have
GP,
counter?
no, it's a brick.
Okay. That it
That's
should
that's
not
a
have
little bit of
counter, but-
that's a mitigative, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean that doesn't change like the calculus of like everything you're getting from there's another green card, isn't there, in this that's fucking crazy for Straw Hats. It's another fucking Hody or whatever. It's worse
They
than
have the
Hody or
Bodhi
something.
event, but that's
Oh.
OP12.
Yeah, we already have that, but
Yeah.
There's the event. I don't really like that, but it's just primarily those 2 cards.
yeah.
Well,
So I've
Doesn't
yeah
Zoro also have a good matchup into GP though?
Zoro.
Yeah.
I would
kept thinking
say
that was Zoro's thing was that it had a good matchup into
I
GP.
I think GP has some bad That's the other thing, Dean. I was saying like I think GP has some bad matchups
Mhm.
that are prohibited by the meta that we are in right now that get unlocked by. I mean, Betty's already a bad. I don't know how. I don't know how he does into Rayleigh. But I feel like there are more cards that there are more leaders that become a little bit more flexible with this ban. That come for GP. Is the Kabaji a cross guild or is it just a Buggy Pirates?
It is just a Buggy Pirates. It's not East
Oh,
Blue,
shit.
which is a
Oh,
good
thank
segue
God.
into the new leader we've been given. So I'll go ahead and read that now.
What's the new leader?
Whenever they ban a leader, they always give us a promo replacement. Traditionally, these leaders have been awful, right? This one, not bad. So let's get on to it. NAMI, blue leader. This is promo number 117. 5 life, 5,000 power. East blue. So in all those respects, it's the same. According to the rules, you may only play cards with the East blue type in your deck. Also, when your deck
Ooh.
has 0 cards in it, you win the game instead of losing. And then the Dawn times 1 ability is the same. When this leader's attack would deal damage to your opponent, you may trash the top card of your deck.
Infinitely worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're like, NAMI was okay back in OPO3 when it was really just East blue cards, right? And then it
Where
just
did you find this? Where did you find this leader, by the way?
so it's on the announcement. Like if you go to the page where they announce the ban,
Where the
they
fuck
always
did they
do that.
announce the ban?
There's a page where they announced the update, and it says
Is it on the Japanese? Is it the
yeah,
Japanese
yeah,
site?
it's
Yeah.
on the Japanese
God
site.
damn it.
Yeah.
Stupid Americans. It's funny.
I'll say this though, I don't think Nami should have ever had access to the other packages that were built for other leaders. Like we look at what made Nami oppressive back in OPO3 was Kabaji, right? Which
Yeah.
is the buggy pirate, and then in OPO7 it was the Boa package, which was built for Boa. You're supposed to bounce like cards in Boa and then trigger Boa ability, not
Right.
bounce your Kayas and replay them and churn through your deck.
No, of course, yeah.
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 So it's that's just what it is to me, right? I mean, even is White Snake East Blue? Can we check on
I
that?
think Whitesnake is no Whitesnake is the Island of Women or what's the
No, White Snake
whatever
is
Hancock's.
it's when he's fighting Smoker. So I would think it's like
Oh yeah, maybe like
Yeah.
like
Island.
Logetown or fucking
yeah.
I'm pulling it up
whatever.
Right now.
Season 2 is its type.
Yeah,
The
Logetown.
Navy. White
Probably
Snake
was
is
Logetown.
Navy.
Oh, it is?
Navy.
Yeah.
Makes sense because it's Smoker. So yeah, I think like this is obviously prohibitive, but it's prohibitive in the way it should have been from the get go.
Yeah, I mean
Blue
I mean,
Nami's
then it
dead
begs the
now.
question:
Let's
Why
just be
couldn't they
honest.
make? Why couldn't they make? I feel a little bit bad for Nami players because they really love that deck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beatable deck. Like I feel like it's one of those decks where you just have to like play smart and
Yeah.
you're home, right? Like once you know how to that's one thing about the deck too is like once you know how to play the deck, a lot of people can get around that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I've just played shit Namis. Like I lost to one Nami, and then he told me how to beat it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I won my next match, and then I played the same Nami again, and I lost. And he was like, "Do this," and then I've never lost to a Nami since.
Yeah.
And it's just because it's one of those things where it's like, if you get honestly, if you can just build a semi decent board and just swing sevens, it's over. Like
Yeah.
for a lot of
Sevens
them, like,
or nines or a big
I mean
thing
nines,
is-
it's definitely over. If you can swing nines.
Yeah.
If you can swing nines with more than one, it's
Mm-hmm.
Jover. It's Jover like 2024 was Jover,
Yeah.
bro. Like it's like but I feel like yeah, like once you learn that, but there's a lot of people who love that deck. I understand why they're banning it prohibitively, but part of me wonders why couldn't they just do the same restriction with? I guess they're trying testing it out with UP. But
It's like RP Law, right? So they could have done this. Their prime example to do this was with RP Law because Black Maria was like the card that really pushed RP Law over the edge and made it tier
Yeah.
0. The issue is when you get these like general effects, um, it's really bottlenecking for like game design in the future. Like every
Yeah.
purple and red card that was a 4 cost or lower was gonna have to go through the RP Law test.
Yeah.
And in that same vein, every blue card has been like this is not a doubt. There's
Yeah. Like
plenty of
every black card
examples
had to
of
go
it.
through the gecko test too.
Exactly, right? So they just banned Gecko,
Yeah.
and in this case, they just had to ban the leader because every blue card, like for example, the buggy stage in OP09 is the perfect example of that. That stage, it should just be draw 2, discard 2, but it's draw 2, bottom deck 2. Because if it was draw 2, discard 2, then Nami would take.
The Nami would take
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. Well, here's another question then. Look, just random. Sorry, not like at all. This is so not tangential. Sakazuki unbanned. Where does he fit into all this? Does he make a splash, or is he kind of fucking? Is he like a middle-aged man getting out of prison, just being like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it's definitely like Sylvester Stallone in that that you know what show I'm talking. I don't even remember the name of that show.
What, Tulsa King? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah, King of Tulsa or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think his heyday is gone, but I know Zach's happy waking up. Tempest Kick didn't get hit, and no
Yeah.
Blackbeard cards got hit. So it could be an alternate, like a kind of check on Blackbeard because it would bottom deck the Burgesses, but
Yeah.
I can't see it doing much more than that. Maybe it's like the one deck that counters Blackbeard because Blackbeard's looking pretty good in all of this.
I think Blackbeard. Yeah, I think Blackbeard comes out much stronger.
Blackbeard's
Um,
looking great after
Yeah,
this.
what do you think, Zach?
Dude, after this, honestly, the deck that I'm really worried about, I guess, is just handling GP and Zoro. But after that, it's just figuring out those matchups, and then we're fine.
Mhm.
I mean, I still
figuring
think
out
I still
blue, yellow, Nami.
I still go back to our old episode. I think you're a little, but I think you need to still look out for Emu, man. Like that's not
Oh,
a
yeah.
that's not a deck.
Oh, yeah.
To be honest, I still feel like Blackbeard is a. I mean, I don't know, man. I still feel that deck is so linear in some ways, and I'm frustrated with it. But like, um, I think that like, I think to be honest, if you look at the longevity of the game, this seems like a really strong ban that doesn't really. I mean, I don't. We started this off with Dean saying where we're going to enter into the worst tier 0 format. I think for Japan, this is going to be a great format because they have like a bunch of leaders coming out that are super fucking strong and aren't limited by, oh, I get to draw 2 cards per turn. We're playing Sanji Katakuri or Sanji Nanmam, So the game matchups become really fucking interesting all of a sudden. I think, yeah, GP competes a lot more now.
Yeah.
I think
Hey,
Blackbeard
Shanks
competes
is
all the way.
back.
Shanks is definitely back. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah.
I love. I think Shanks is such a great like deck to have rotating in the meta, because it's such a fundamental based deck. So like I know everybody and their fucking moms plays him, right? But it's like after all the leaders we've gotten with the crazy effects and everything like that, it's such a great like we have so many on curve decks now, right? It's not just it's the same shit. You have to play it a little bit intelligently in order to kind of fucking prosper. I love as soon as they released the SD21 Luffy, I thought that deck became a lot more interesting to watch. Rather than like, okay, Lucky Roo, turn 4. Oh shit. It's
Yeah,
turn 8. Is it
PRB.
Aurelie? Fucking
What am I doing on my 10 dawn turn? What am I doing on my 8? Yeah, dude. It was so easy to. But I will say this: PRB adds a lot to all these decks that are now meta relevant again and not being gate kept by blue purple.
Yeah.
I think for Shanks, right, the big issue is always like, what do I do when all I see is top end early game, and what do I do when I can't find my top end early game? And opening it up where you have the four Don Lucky Roo that like draws and discards. I think it was draw 2, discard 1. I don't remember what it
The
does.
new Lucky Roo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I saw some Shanks player against me the other day use the new Shanks from OP 12, which is weird. I was like,
Six
why the
drop
fuck are you
one?
using that? Yeah, the 4 drop one, which should go in Rayleigh, but Rayleigh's like, no, we're not touching that shit. Like, and it was interesting. It was kind of worked as what's that one blocker that does 2K? Like that just gives you an extra 2K.
The OP12. Yeah.
Baccarat?
The Shanks.
Yeah,
the new
Baccarat.
Shanks.
Yeah. It works the same
Yeah.
because it's pretty much an extra 2K you can pitch a brick for, right? And it's a 6K blocker. So it's actually pretty sick, to be
It's
honest.
also
Like, I think,
way better than Baccarat because it's -2 instead of +2. And what
Yeah.
that means is you can -2 something, -1 with leader, and then Red Hawk. So
Yep.
Red Hawk has a lot of relevance because it can now pop 7K bodies, which is perfect against Sanji Pudding, right? That's
Yeah.
the threshold,
Very-
you want to
that's
hit.
that's a great point. I think yeah, Shanks becomes much more interesting. I think how does Bonnie do in all this?
Yeah, one of my really good friends, Byron, one of my teammates too. He's like a resident Bonnie player. He's been playing it since the leader came out, and he tweeted earlier today, or I guess yesterday. He was like, all these people are saying Bonnie's back. Oh, Bonnie could be good if Blue Purple gets hit. All this, right, in quotation marks. And he's like, he just posted that clip of, I've played these games before. I've played like, and it seems like Bonnie's always in this like situation where it seems really good as soon as the deck that was gatekeeping
Yeah.
it leaves, right? Before it was RP Law, then it was Lucci, and now it's Blue Purple is gone, right? Or effectively gone. And it seems good, but then once you play it and people start teching against Bonnie, it's awful.
I think the play lines have just become also like when I first played that deck, it was really fun. Like I liked it, but like since the meta, there's just so many more other like options that the play lines are very stale. Like it's
Yeah.
a very stale. Like I get Fortress, but it's just boring to me. Like there's other defensive play styles I can play if I want to play. Like you don't feel the power fantasy of Bonnie is control, right? And I don't feel like I feel Fortress is like a lazy version of control. Oh, I got this. It's the lock, and you're done. You know, like we're just speeding to this, right? Um, yeah, I think she does. I think she's just the same place she's always been. That's kind of isn't that the curse of Bonnie? Like we're right here, you know, where
Yeah.
if we see our cards, we do great. If we don't, we're fucked.
I'm curious
I th-
though. In the past, it's just been Fortress, right? Like the whole deck
Yeah.
revolves around at some point dropping Kid. I wonder now that we throw Mihawk in, like Smoker, for example, Red Green Smoker is taking 8 Kid out because they're just like, hey, we just have Mihawk now, and that extends our play lines, and it still provides like
Yeah.
the.
I think
utility.
that can be cooked way more, and it's just not cooked. Right?
Yeah.
This is the same issue you run into with fighting games, like where you have like fighting games have this significant issue all the time, where you have this top end of it just happened too, where you have this top end of characters, right? You have like for Street Fighter 6, you have the top characters. You have JP, you have Ken, you have Jury, you have fucking I can't remember the last one, right? But you have these top like 4 or 5 characters, and everybody just plays them, and then couple months ago, some kid played Ryu, goes to Capcom Cup, gets second, crushes everybody, changes the way you play the game because you're like, well, I'm not going to play it like this. I'm just going to play it like this. And the whole game changes because in the meta, they never touch that character. They never understood. And you see it with older games too. And like for some reason, that's the one curse of this competitive stuff is like when new stuff comes out, the strongest stuff that's strongest on paper, people jump to. But there's really significant, interesting things that can happen if you cook with older decks. And if you cook, like if Red Green Smoker's taking Kid out, I don't know why, unless they're replacing it with another red card, I don't know what prohibits Bonnie from trying to mimic those lines or trying to find something similar to replace that card with, because it's
I
gonna
agree.
go out soon anyway. Why the
There
fuck
is one
not tech
problem
early?
though. There's one problem for both those decks now.
Is it
Is
on plays? Because
removal
I'm
is
gonna fucking
no,
wring your neck.
no. No. It's removals back in the meta. We have Sakazuki
Yep.
back. We have Lucci back. UP is gone. So we're gonna see removal come back into play.
Mm-hmm.
And with Sakazuki,
But
people are
will,
gonna bring
will
back
we though?
Sakazuki with a fiery passion. Yeah.
There's so much.
There's
There's
no way we
so
don't.
much. No, but there's so much. There's so much like removal mitigation right now. Like Tashigi, fucking like every color now has like if somebody looks at your card and your card's gonna go off field, you can give them a thumbs up and then nothing happens. Like that's every fucking color has one card like that. Buggy has something like that. Fucking I think green gets
Green
yeah,
has
green
two.
GP gets something like that. Yeah, GP gets
Yeah.
something like that. Purple like
What does GP get like that?
GP only
I
has
think
it for
there's
slash, I think, or no, it doesn't have it
Yeah,
for
no.
anything.
The
isn't there
only
isn't
new
there
one
isn't
is
there
the
a
Kojiro. The
It's
no,
just
Kojiro
there's
stage.
something there's
cost.
something for straw hats that
I
that I think was
GP will
It-
always be like relatively weak to removal, even with stage.
yeah. Even
So
with I understand that, but
yeah,
but there's removal mitigation more so now than there has ever been, and so like I feel like even Sakazuki like that it's gonna have a harder time I think being as dominant as it was.
for sure.
That doesn't mean removal's dead. It's just like it's not what it was, you know?
Yeah, but Houndblaze answers both those cards, Tashiki and the Koshido, with
What does Soundblaze do
Sakazuki.
again?
It's 2
Houndblaze,
cost, gives something
yeah.
+3, and then bottom deck's a 2 cost, but Sakazuki makes it bottom deck a 3 cost. So now you
Yeah.
can bottom deck anything, make your leader a 8,000 power. I can't do math, it's in the morning. And then still swing, and that's all only for 2 Dawn. So,
I mean, yeah.
And then they still have access to Grav Blade and Red Rock and all the count. Like,
Well,
Sakazuki's
no, but
going
then how
to
do
come
you
back.
deal with the but then how do you deal with the Tashiki from that?
Tashigi, it's just give it -1, so now it's a 2 cost, and then Hound Blaze, bottom deck the 2 cost.
No, I'm not saying deal with the Tashigi. I'm talking about the Tashigi that stops removal. I'm not talking about the Tashigi for Zoro. I'm talking about the Tashigi like where if
Yeah,
if
the
you have a
Tashigi-
if
The green one.
yeah.
Yeah.
You bottom
Green
deck
one.
it, you reduce it to a 2 cost, and then just
And
bottom
I know
deck.
you get rid of the Tashigi, but if you're trying to bottom deck like a fucking other card and Tashigi's on the field, you just rest the Tashigi.
Yeah, but you just do it sequentially. You just get this Tashigi first.
No, yeah,
so-
of course, but that's what you do already right now. But the whole point is
Yeah.
the issue with that card is that's the card you have to go through to go to the card you want, right?
Which is
So that's
fine.
what I'm.
Yeah.
I've
I
always
mean,
felt like Tashigi when they drop it, they're wasting a 2K. Like I just went through this with somebody, right? With locals, I won on Monday, and I played Ren Greed and Smoker in the finals, and he dropped Tashigi, and I was like, wait, you're at 3 cards in hand after dropping that Tashigi. You just dropped a 2K. How many more 2Ks can you have in your hand? And I just go
That's
for
a good point.
lethal instead
Yeah.
of removing, right? So I think the Koshiro fixes that because it serves as a blocker. It's kind of like beige,
Yeah.
for yellow supernovas. So that's where I'm at. I never think or I never thought Tashigi was that much of an issue, and I still think
somebody's calling you a sweat in the chat, Dean. I don't know if you're looking at the
Always,
chat
bro.
right now.
who is it, bro? Yeah. Oh, that's Joaquin. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Joaquin, of course
he's calling the dude above with.
Oh, they're calling above him
I
sweat.
wonder if that's Sean, if that's Apocalypse. I never know, yeah, I think like if the meta shapes to be like green, purple, Rayleigh, Zoro, I think those are 3 decks that are pretty weak to removal. So I definitely think like Blackbeard. I mean, well, Blackbeard can always get rushed down, but Blackbeard's removal is pretty good now with their Jack. Their Jack. Lucci can come back. Sakazuki can come back, and then vice versa. We can have the decks that are really good into removal decks,
Yeah.
right? Like Buggy, BY,
Yeah.
etc.
How does Bella Betty fare in all of this?
Cooked,
Goodbye,
Cooked.
Bella Betty.
absolutely cooked.
Yeah, that's gone.
Bye, Bella.
Oh,
'Cause
sick!
now-
It
Yeah.
is. It is Sean.
Bella Betty loses to GP loses to Buggy, loses to.
How does Bellwood lose to GP?
It's a tough matchup for GP for
Oh.
sure.
Yeah, it's yeah, yeah. I don't know how like, I think
I think
yeah, I
we
don't know.
lose to Rayleigh. Just in a like Petty often loses to
I'm
decks more aggressive than it.
I'm interested to see. I'm still honestly like the most exciting thing about this ban list to me is what happens next set. Like that's the most exciting thing for me watching like because now I think all those leaders
You're saying an
are way more,
OP13?
yeah.
That I'm not excited about that at all. GP will be the tier 0 to end all tier 0s.
You
With
think
You
GP
don't
will
think
destroy
any of
Emu?
any of those can take him?
I maybe they put up a chance, but like Emu's not taking him. Emu plays at 10 Dawn, right? What are you
Yeah.
doing at 10 Dawn when your opponent just goes whoosh?
I
Like
think
That's
Red
true.
Black Sabo has a good shot. I think Red Black Sabo has a good shot.
just because it's 5 life, yeah.
I mean, it's 5 life and
No
how
removal.
early it gets out. Yeah. Um, I think I think maybe green red Luffy. What do you think green red Luffy?
Not another straw hat meta.
I'd be fine with that straw hat because
You're
it's not a
playing the
purple
One
straw
Piece
hat.
card game, bro. It's gonna be straw hat meta until the game ends, and then they do the Yu-Gi-Oh thing where all of the characters look like weird fucking Gundam model kits come to life. All right,
Oh,
We've
what
had
do
a
you
lot of villain
think?
metas.
What do you think of purple Luffy?
that ooh,
Like you
Purple
still
Luffy
have
just
Nine
lost
Mom?
2 of its best.
No.
Is Nine
oh,
Mom an
that's
8 cost
Those cards.
category
interesting.
Oh
not
yeah, Zach,
banned?
because you weren't here for that. So it's an exclusion ban. It's the first time they've done this for One Piece. They've done it in their other card games. You just can't have those two in the same deck. So you can't have Nine Mom.
Did you
And
look at the list before?
I did, but I didn't understand that portion of it.
yeah, so Nine Mom and Katakuri are not banned. They just can't be played in Blue Purple Luffy.
Yeah,
They're still
Oh,
legal for
that's
everybody
so
else.
saddening.
Yeah. So I
yeah.
wonder. Um, Purple Luffy would
I
still have
guess.
access to all those cards.
That was
Zach's
so
unaware.
sad.
Zach is like, yeah, I got 9 moms gone,
I
8
I
ghost
just saw both
categories
those
gone.
photos.
He
And
goes
I
to his
got
first
so
locals and a 9 mom is played, and he's got to deal with it.
Nine Mom would be fine. I'd go to my locals and Dean's gonna drop 3 8 cost categories
Okay,
and some
dude.
purple Luffy deck, and I'm gonna
First,
be
okay,
pissed.
I might
okay.
have to.
What is? Yeah, I feel like I feel Purple Luffy. Yeah, Purple Luffy's on point. Purple Luffy lives.
I feel like Purple Luffy used to have a bad matchup into GP just because it couldn't really deal with the aggression. I
Yeah.
wonder if Katakuri stops that now. Because
I think yeah. I
yeah,
mean, I don't. I mean, I
I
don't
could
know.
see it.
It's well,
But you
Purple
no
Luffy
longer have the
can
healing.
match the board spam a little bit, right? I
it
think he can match the
can,
board spam.
but
Yeah.
it board spam is just that board spam, right? I think the issue with GP's board spam is it provides so much utility. Like Sanji putting draws a card on play, and then for the rest of the game is going to give you an extra Dawn or extra active Dawn, right? Yeah, it's like or like Luffy Taro into that or Luffy Taro into Zorojo. Like the board spam is very card replacey, and you're just
Yeah.
always generating card advantage and Dawn advantage, right? So I don't think Luffy Taro into Sangoro is enough to contend with that. But if you're ramping into Katakuri instead, and then you just have an 8K swing offensively and block every turn, that could
Yeah.
that could change things. I'm just going through the motions on like now we can actually me and Zach can test for Nats and
Yes.
decide like what we're playing. And I think for me it's between GP, Bonnie, Zoro, and maybe like a fourth like Kuzan or something. I don't know. Some like
I think
fringe deck.
Pluffy will still struggle from the chat. I think Pluffy will still struggle with establishing board against Sokka unless they see
Yeah.
X2 Taro. I agree with that.
I don't
Um,
know, dude. The issue, the reason Lucci was able to adapt so well is because it fills graves so fast, and because it's a 5 life leader, it can take the time to establish Kuzan and Laboon, right? Sokka can't do that. It's a
Yeah.
it's a 4 life leader. I get that it gets more card selection, which is really great, right? But it'll be so imperative to play Rebecca to like have that blocker to save you,
Yeah.
like a hit or something. And then you have so much resting in the meta now. Like GP has the fat Zoro that
Yeah.
rests 4
Oh yeah.
costs, right? And
I
then-
that's
You
why
have the
I think
event that
Zoro
rests
I think
stuff.
Zoro's gonna be
Yeah.
to be honest, I think Zoro if we're talking about cooking and people cooking in ways that previously have been uncooked. What the fuck is my metaphors going? Right? I think Zoro is gonna have a much stronger play style in the West. And we're gonna find out some interesting things with Zoro. I think if Zoro evolves a little bit in the West, I think that's the deck that's gonna take quite. Because I mean, because when Zoro first came out, Green Zoro first came out, it was scary and it was going toe to toe with some UP matchups,
Mhm.
right? I think in whatever new meta we're gonna have, that's definitely one to watch out for. I really do think like Rayleigh has some really scary. I think the ceiling for that deck has not been reached yet. I think there's a lot of crazy shit that deck can do.
100%.
Just the idea, it's so easy to just here's 2 events, and the events are fucking the events are crazy, dude. So yeah, I mean, I think those have a shot. I think you're right. Purple Luffy has a shot. I don't know. I don't want to say like GP is the like I know GP it's the easy yeah it's gonna be
I'm
strong
probably gonna play GP. I
yeah
I just
GP
look
is
at like
really strong,
yeah.
yeah
like too strong. They should have hit GP a little bit in
They
this.
should have hit
flat out.
Giant. Yeah, I really
They
They
should have
weren't.
hit
But
Giant.
what did I tell
or
you?
Gum
I
Gum-
told you. I told
Going
you.
Mary.
You were like if Bandai's money grabbing horse. Yes.
yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, they
What do you
somehow
think?
managed to dodge anything of like consequence financially for them, right? They didn't hit Sanji, which was the manga. They didn't hit Giant, which is the fucking.
Oh,
the XP.
you extra know they dodged it financially because they're not fucking printing the Nami anymore, but they still are printing fucking OP10 blue purple Luffy. They're fucking like guys, we haven't
OP11,
sold out
yeah.
all of our alt arts yet, like get out of here.
Wait,
They
so
still
you
got
can
they still got those
play
they still got
Blue
those
Purple
fucking
Luffy?
Oh, you want to know what it is? They still got the illustration boxes. They put
yeah.
out those new illustration boxes and they got the
Apocalypse. That's Sean, by the way. Zed, I don't know if you've met Sean, but local like, fandom who shows up every now and then. One of my best friends. He said, off the top of your heads, Sokka versus Green Zoro, who's favored? I have to say, like Green Zoro just has a lot of like fucking removal mitigation in
yeah.
the Koshiro and the Tashigi. Tashigi's the better of the two in Sokka's case because it protects all removal, right? So setting to life, or in Sokka's case, bottom decking. So I think that's much better. And then Koshiro just protects against KO. I have to say, being that both of them are searchable because the deck just searches Slash, it would be really hard for Sokka to win that matchup unless like it was just able to remove everything on curve and stay at a healthy 2 life. Because the second you drop down to 1 life, you're just losing to like Hody or like
The
Son of a
event.
bitch.
You're just losing to that event then.
Son
you
of a
lose the event
bitch.
that restands Zoro, and they
Yeah.
do that twice, and then that's 3
Exactly.
attacks.
Yeah, it's
Sakazuki just shot up to $115.
I believe that.
oh yeah.
115
You
for
have
later.
met Zed. Yeah, Sean also plays purple black Luffy. He's like the progenitor of that deck, at least in my framing, because he's just been beating that deck to death since it.
Am I a
released.
joke to you? Fucking
No,
what
dude,
the fuck?
dude? He's actually been playing it like since day 0. He was like,
Oh no, I met Sean. We were talking
Yeah.
about fucking purple black Luffy, and then somebody came up to us and said, "You're playing the deck like shit," and then fucking handed me his list. Thank you, bro.
yeah, Sakazuki is up there. I only have one.
There's that
I'm
one
glad I
kid.
have one.
There was that one. There was one guy who comes to fandom and a couple other places. No, he came to like I think Emerald
Luke
Knights for
has
a little bit.
Luke has a playset of, Or
Yeah.
send
a
Sakazuki
$10.
Dawn.
Yeah, I had a yeah, I had his name's Art. He had like 10
Oh, Art has them as
Sakazukis.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, God damn, I'm buying Luke can spare one. Don't you're working on Riot Games, bro. You don't need the money. Give, give me fucking
That's crazy. Think of the plus.
give
He
me
bought
a
them at 20 a piece, and now they're 120 a piece. And that's just
yeah,
now.
bro.
That's at 4 a.m. Think about
The,
tomorrow morning when all the copers
Oh,
that
they'll
want to
go
play that
down.
deck.
They'll go. I feel like
they'll go
it's not going to
down.
be. I don't think Sokka's going to be this giant revelation that
Me
changes the
either.
game. It's going to be fun to come back, but I think a lot of people are their eyes are bigger than their stomachs when they're playing that
Yeah,
deck.
for sure.
You know, they're gonna play it once. They're gonna be like, oh, it's not. I can't. Draw 7 per turn. What am I doing?
I also
it's
think,
not the same meta it was back then.
yeah,
No, it's
We're
not.
we're so
Exactly.
much stronger of decks now, and we're so much faster. Like Zoro alone is a much stronger deck. GP is a much stronger deck than anything it had to contend with. Yamato, I think now is a much
Yeah.
stronger deck and could contend with Sakazuki.
Mhm.
yeah.
So
A lot of them can. I think purple black gets stronger too, from this a little bit.
Yeah, that was your
Um,
first statement, right? Tell me about that. Where do you think that's in the
I think
meta?
it's kind of. I think it's been mid. From, I mean, I honestly this last meta, I just didn't think it had. I think it was okay, right? Like it was very situational. If it saw its cards, it's great. If it doesn't see its cards, it's a problem. I think, um, I think with the new set, there's a lot of really cool cards that come out. I think also that Robin that came out this set, the +3,
Yeah.
people are sleeping on that as a tech choice. That's a really good choice for purple black.
The one that's
Where
it's a 6-drop and it discards 2 from your opponent's hand if they have
Yeah.
5 or more cards. Yeah.
because you
Pretty
that turn is always very awkward for because you can't play Beer Luffy because it's just there, doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, because your
It's
opponent's
on
at
the
4
board for
Dom.
yeah, it's on the board for it to be removed, and then like when it does its effect, it has to attack, and then it's vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
This way you play a card, you have an immediate blocker, and you neg 2 from their hand, right? And most likely you're gonna neg 2, which is great because if you've been rushing them down, it's a very solid card, and it's a 7K blocker for 6. That's fucking great. And like I think the Sanji would be great if we weren't in such a anti-removal meta, right? Like I think like that's why I was saying that stuff about Lucci and Sokka. It's like, that's such an easy like for so long that was such an easy fucking instant removal for me when I played Purple Black when he was dog shit tier, where I was just like, oh, put a Dawn on him, play Sanji, we're good. But now like the Sanji's easier to get out and the removal is harder. So I think it's a little bit better. I still think there's not a lot of focus on that deck. Like it doesn't really know what it wants to do. Like are we
Yeah.
trying to buff for 7K? Are we trying to rush them down? Are we trying to disrupt their hand? That's my what holds me back with that deck. Like with GP I know what I'm doing. With Zoro I know what I'm doing. With Purple Black I have ADHD and I really need a pill, man. Like
Yeah, it's
you
hitting
need
so
to
many
tell me
different
where I'm wrong.
avenues.
you're doing a little bit of everything in purple black.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things where it's like, because even purple is more focused than purple black. Like it feels like purple's black's like thing is to do crazy fucking effects.
It's just value. It's just like how
Yeah.
much value can you produce in the early game, and it snowballs, right? Because
Yeah.
your opponent's only on 4 Dawn, and you're dropping a Robin that rips 2 cards from their hand, and then you follow up with your leader being a 7K for the rest of the game. It's just like
Sean's agreeing with me on the purple black. Like Robin is a full. Yeah, you need 4 of her in that
Yes,
deck.
I think so too.
Because that's and I think that does definitely help because when you're swinging with purple black, like the biggest thing that I had when I used to play you guys like when he was dog shit was like, God, like you can do well, but the hand size just balloons on your opponent, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck to do, right? With GP, it's a little bit easier because you have so many 7K swings. You can get it down. But with purple black, it feels like you have Zoro. He's 3-5. Fuck. What? How are we gonna? This is a mountain, right?
Yeah.
I think now, yeah, like you can swing with Robin. You can swing with your purple black Luffy. Like, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of utility there. I don't think you run Katakuri anymore. I mean, I don't think that was
You might
very
not
You
good.
run
even have
8
been doing that
cost
altogether.
category?
I did it once. It felt good whenever you played him, but he's so situational. I think. Oh no, I think the other thing that comes with purple black, that searcher, that Nami searcher, super helpful. Super helpful. You don't necessarily replace. We have honestly. Feel like you replace. I've seen a lot of lists replace law, because you can get it's 5 instead of 4.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it
And
is. Yeah, but it's
also
a
as a
very
trigger.
yeah, and that's also so it's a very ADHD deck. I still think I would rather run GP or run purple. Purple, I'm really interested in running now that you mentioned it. Um,
Yeah,
I think I
Do you
think
think we'll see with Purple Luffy a change from the Rush meta that we had, where people had switched to that Rush Purple variant and they dropped Luffy Taro? Do you think we'll get Luffy Taro back now?
yeah. I at least from the
yeah.
version I just did a 3v3 at RWT Collective on Sawtell in LA, and one of my teammates is running Purple Luffy, and he was running a hybrid. It wasn't like he still had the Luffy Taro package to be able to go into that, but he also had his top end because I think the main thing is everybody's kind of traumatized from early Purple Luffy back in OPO9 is like, don't give them first because they're gonna go Zorojuro into Luffy Taro into Sangoro, right, on curve, and you're just cooked. But now the deck on second has a very well-rounded curve as well that ends with Katakuri and that 9 Luffy, that the deck can pivot a number of ways. And Zed, you're kind of like saying it as like a negative, right? That the deck, like for purple black Luffy's example, right, that the deck has so many options that it doesn't really have a cohesive identity. But sometimes those decks are the strongest. Those are the decks where you sit down at a regionals, you don't know what your opponent is really going for, and you have to account for all game plans.
Well, but I mean, like, if you're playing Shanks, look, like Shanks has like multiple different lines, right? If you're on the 8 Dawn with Shanks, right, you play Dragon, or
Yeah,
you play Rayleigh, or you play, I don't know, like fucking like 5 costs. There's a couple
or
different
Beckman. Yeah,
lanes you have, right? For purple black, you don't necessarily have those, right? You just have a bunch of effects that don't stack the same way,
yeah,
right? Because the thing is, the dragon, even the dragon with 2 Dawn on your leader,
mm-hmm.
right, stacks in some way with other effects that you've been building up.
Yeah,
Robin negging 2 cards from your hand doesn't necessarily stack. It's useful, right? Like in a weird way, and you can block with it and stuff like that. But it's not stacking with it. Like the 7K for 7K for Beer Luffy is great, but it doesn't stack with the rest of your kit in a way that makes sense. You know,
especially because you can't Dawn minus twice
yeah, like
without
like
negging.
stuff on Purple Luffy is like Purple Luffy's also a value play deck, right? You're getting Luffy Taro out with another card that helps you draw or helps you get. It's either they help you draw or they help you gain Dawn, right? Or they help you board spend. Like you're very like organized with what you're doing, right? But like playing purple black Luffy is like playing like a senior in college who hasn't picked a major yet, and you're like, what the fuck are we doing, guys?
That's so
you
fair,
graduate,
actually.
yeah.
That's crazy.
It's
Because at some point, like the ramp is like, dude, I've lost to some purple black Luffy's like before I hit 10 Dawn because the ramp is so aggressive to start, and then they make all their like high value plays
yeah,
before I get to make mine, right? But then when I get to 10 Dawn and they're still playing the same 6 to 7 drops like Sanji,
yeah.
right? The 7 Sanji, it's just like, oh, this was really good 2 turns ago, but now you're doing it 2 turns later when I'm dropping my 10 drop. It's like,
I gotta say
not
something
good.
about the 7 Sanji because that's so for purple black because it's the whole thing with purple black is like every -2 makes every -2 on play makes that card 1 Dawn less, right?
Yeah.
So Beer Luffy to me is a 5/7, right? Sanji to me is a 6/7, right? I always feel like Sanji is. I know it's so good because it rests a card, but it always feels too expensive for what you're getting because
it's on
so many
play.
people will play. Huh?
He said, and it's
What's
on play.
Zach, go sit in the corner and think about what you did. Go sit. Go right now. Go
He's
right
right.
now.
Wait, he's right, Zach, because it doesn't get. Is the rush part of the on play?
The rush is on play.
Yeah,
it
rush is
is.
on play. Yeah,
Well, you
but
said
that's
it
another
right,
pro.
bro.
That's another reason I'm
That's
saying
why
like
I
it just
love
feels.
purple
It
black
feels.
Luffy.
No, but that's what I'm saying is like it feels useless to some because even the Robin, I get +3 on it and it's a blocker. That's
On
fine.
play.
No.
It's
Well,
on
no, yeah,
play.
it's on play, but I have another.
play.
I have another. And stop trying to rage bait me, all right? Or I'll bring a pack of kebabs out
It's
and
the
eat in front
lion,
of you.
dude. It's the lion that's like yelling at the chimpanzee, and you just. Yeah, this is just on play. That's crazy.
But is it
dude.
on play?
Oh, play. Okay, yeah. All right.
Hey, dude, you know what you just gotta do, Zed? Just one local. Whenever, just show up with purple black Luffy with a playset of that Sangoro, the one that you know which one I'm talking. I don't even have to finish the sentence, bro. You know the starter deck one, dude. And just
What the
watch.
fucking Soba mask?
Yeah, Soba Mask. Just wait for Zach to do some fuck shit. Yeah, play your. Go
I
ahead.
remember,
Play my on play,
I remember
Zach.
the week 1 of that. People were like, oh yeah, this one won a local with like 4 Soba masks. I'm like, that's great, bro. I'm sitting here with like 18 bricks in my fucking hand. I'm not gonna like.
Hey, it's fine. You still have Giant to fix your bricks because
Yeah,
Manga
yeah,
actually doesn't
that's
know what
true.
it's doing. Yeah.
That's true. Here's another question: do they power creep Giant or restrict it? Next set.
Restricted. Because
Really?
think about how bad it is if we give every color a Giant. Like, why, dude? Why are we doing this?
I don't think that's bad.
Give Blackbeard a Gum Giant. Yeah, let's
Oh,
That's
do it.
here's
No.
is
Do
the
it.
goal of this game is the goal of the balance of this game to balance the game or to make everything busted in a power fantasy? Because I think like because I kind of like the direction of the game of like, hey, fuck it, let's try to have some really cool card effects that we can all just have fun with. And we'll balance and see where it shakes out, right? So Soba bait, fuck you, Sean. Like,
Fuck you, bro. I'm playing 4. I'll say this. I think you can have a little bit of both, but the issue is that like defensive events of this power ceiling
yeah,
just ruin the game because there's no balancing within the card itself. Like even Gecko Moria, which was the best 8-drop or basically the best like big drop the game has ever seen, right? You still have to be in a position to play Gecko Moria. Like you can't play Gecko Moria without things in your trash to bring back, right? Or in
Yeah.
the same way, like Shanks, 10 Shanks is really powerful, right? You sometimes dropping 10 Shanks will lose you the game. What's the downside?
Sometimes dropping 10 Beard will lose you the
Oh
game.
yeah, all the time. Zach's like, I
of
can't
of
drop
per-
10
of
here.
I think for the downside for here's what I
Giant?
will say. Yeah, for Giant. Like cuz here's what I will say
Yeah,
for
tell me.
Giant.
Tell me what it is.
I'm ready. But the downside originally, right, before GP was you fuck your ramp. There's so many times where I would fuck my ramp with a Giant early because I was getting rushed down by like Betty or something like that. I couldn't recover. It's bad. So
Yeah.
like you pretty much you pull yourself down way too early. So you have to so like sometimes you're saving Giant for 10 Dawn and stuff like that, but there are some decks
Oh,
that
you
rush
have
you
to.
down so yeah. There's like there are times I think I played you once, Zach, when we first met, before you said everything on play. When you were playing Dofi,
Yamato. Dofi.
no, when you were playing Dofi, and he had a fucking gold Dofi hand, and like I think it was like, yeah, it was like the 4th or 5th, like it was before I had 10. I think it was at 8, and I deramped, and I was just like it's over, I'm fucked. Yeah, like I there's nothing I could have done, and because I didn't have the plays enough to make it up. And same with purple, same mono purple Luffy, same with blue purple. You're gonna use Giant before 10 Dawn, before your 8 Dawn turn. Like that's not a smart idea.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. And I think
Right.
if you're getting like the only deck that can really rush you down, and even Dofi, like maybe the God Dofi hand, if you don't have any counter, can do that, right? But the only decks traditionally that can produce that playstyle that you're talking about were like Red Zoro, RP Law,
Yeah.
Bella Betty. It's just those 3 decks, right? So
Yeah.
yes, against those decks,
But
you might be forced
Dofi,
to use Giant earlier. I think
Dofi,
Dofi, if you
Dofi at the
straight
time.
up have no counter, yes. If you're
Yeah,
like a
no, at
4
the
life leader and you have no
yeah.
counter, yeah, you're gonna
It
be
was
forced to
it,
use Giant.
And that was back before Beer Luffy. So
way
Yeah.
back before Beer Luffy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had nothing. I had fucking what is that? I'm gonna use 5 class. Oh great! I got rid of 1 gym bag.
Yeah.
Great, super great guys. Like and then, but then aside from that, GP. I think yeah. Now you go down. What is it to like you can feasibly GP doesn't play at like doesn't need to play at like 10. He needs to play at like 5 to 7, and he'll live. You know.
yeah.
So that makes sense that it's busted. I agree. Gum Giant should be banned. I think it's too good of a card. I think it's cool if it's restricted
To
because
1.
yeah, I like the I come
wouldn't
from that
mind that.
mentality. Something strong, let it rock,
Yeah.
but like don't make it
Oppressive.
busted, but make it
Yeah.
fucking strong. Because like if you like, there's something interesting about like a game where you have that Dawn up. They only have a few of them in the deck. Like if you know they can only run 2 giants or even 1 giant, and they have a Dawn up, it's stressful for the player, but for the spectacle of it, okay, now did he draw it? Did he not draw it?
Yeah,
A
like
lot of people are
Dean's
gonna
used
bluff.
his first Giant already, and he has 1 Dawn up. Does Dean have another one? And if he does, and he uses it, I don't have to swing at that threshold ever again. Like what we were
Yep.
talking about
Yeah.
last episode with Rad Beam is like once your opponent, back when Rad Beam was limited to 1, once your opponent uses the Rad Beam, like you're pretty much good. The only thing you had to worry about was guard point, and this this has been adopted in other games like as a staple in their game design too. Dragon Ball, they have, I think they're called perfect counters. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but they have, instead of a 2K, you can only run 4 of them in your deck. They are 4Ks, right? Because they have the same counter system as us with like cards that have counter in hand. So they're equivalent of a 2K. They just have like 4 cards in your deck that are just 4Ks instead of 2Ks, but you can
Yeah.
only run 4. So
That's cool.
yeah, I'm not opposed to it. Like I think, having a defensive card limited to 1 is way fairer than having like an offensive like a Gecko Moria limited to 1. But
Yeah.
to leave it alone, to not touch it at all.
No, they have to touch it.
Yeah, that's wild.
They have to touch it. And the only reason they're not touching it now is because they're printing a super fucking nice version in
Yeah.
a month.
Yeah.
And like I know, and but like I made it clear why, right? It's not just because they're like money hungry. Like there's something to be said about like, let's say you're working at Bandai for like no fucking money, right? Or no, they're not. They make a good living, right? But like
They got a 401k, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
They get dental.
You're working at
dude. Come on.
Bandai. You're going through a divorce. You you have like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna put this one thing in, and you put in this idea. It's like, I really like how this card looks like. We're gonna give this one to Tom, and Tom in Japan gets his one manga like it's like the best looking like card, and then they're like, we're gonna have to ban Tom's card. Like, no, let him have this for like 1 or 2 more months.
Don't put Tom on suicide watch. But hey, the flip side of that coin is all the NAMI players are on suicide watch. I can think of like 5
Yeah.
off the bat.
Oh yeah,
Michael-
Roger left the company. He's done.
Yeah,
He's not
facts.
having a good time. Yeah.
We got Michael at Locals. We got Santana. We got
Yeah.
Ralph, one of my friends who's a judge in the San Fernando
Oof.
Valley. We got like all these. Oh, Austin. Let me not forget Austin at EK. Like
Yeah.
dude, all these NAMI players, just like, dude, y'all are on suicide watch. I will be checking in with y'all.
Nami
throughout the-
was the stray. This
Nami
ban
was
list.
the stray.
What was Nami's effect before the new whatever
version? It was the same
Yeah.
thing. So it wasn't locked to East Blue. It's a carbon
Yeah.
copy, except now you can only play East Blue cards, which, hey, they should have done from the beginning.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I hated Nami. God, I hated Nami as a deck.
You hated Nami and you were favored into it. How about playing a deck that
I-
wasn't?
I hated. Was
How-
Yellow Katakuri favored in a Nami? No.
Were you playing? Oh, I'm saying like Yamato, and then you played Dofi, and then you played GP, and then Blackbeard. Like all your decks routinely. have
What a
been favored
run,
into-
Zach! You don't ever get to complain ever. Shut the fuck up,
I get to
Zach.
complain.
Fucking silver spoon of meta in your mouth. Walk a mile in my. I have a three.
Oh, Zach.
Like I have the worst. Like I have a deck that ramps to nothing for 3 whole sets till he gets his starter deck card that doesn't do enough. All right.
Yeah, dude. As much as me and Zach complain about our decks getting banned or hit, we are such meta whores.
Yeah,
Bro.
we are.
We
Bro.
are the definition.
Dude,
I didn't
wait
need.
till
I
Emu
didn't. I
comes
didn't
out,
need to
and
complain
I'm a
about my deck getting
menace.
banned because nobody's like, yeah, that deck sucks.
Yeah, this was Zed's first experience playing like a tier 1 deck, and he was like nail biter. He was like, oh, I really.
Oh no, it was not my first. Again, I played Yu-Gi-Oh. I played Yada Lock, dude. I was one of those fucking people who was like confiscation, delinquent duo, forceful sentry, Yada. Let's just go to lunch, bro. We're done. We're
Disgusting.
done.
That's foul, dude.
Yeah, bro. This neg 4 cards in your hand and you can't draw shit. Fuck out of here.
Read my 16 paragraph card too.
Oh my God,
while I
dude. Yeah,
sit
read
back
my
here and
16
eat my
paragraph
Chipotle
card.
burrito.
The
Oh
worst
my
part is
God.
they're still like that. Like I'm playing Edison now, and it's
Yeah.
still like, and those are cards from 15 years ago. There's still paragraphs and essays.
Oh, dude, I waited when I played Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid. I waited with bated breath for like, man, when Butterfly Dagger Elma comes out, I can't fucking wait. I wanted to play that deck so bad, where it was basically just an infinite combo for Exodia, right? And I was just like, you basically draw through your whole deck. Like I loved those decks where it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna draw my whole deck and get Exodia. Even though there's the most fucked up thing when somebody and people used to play on like Apprentice, that magic thing, all the time,
Yeah.
or like the duel, and then like,
Tabletop
as soon as you saw them,
Simulator.
as soon as you saw them play Reload or something else, you're just like, I'm tossing, guys. Like I don't want to play your one player simulator.
Dual books or some shit.
But yeah, exactly. And then like fucking, I remember they like literally like a month later, I'm like, oh, I can't wait for the set. Then they fucking announced the ban list in Japanese, and I'm like, I can't play this game anymore, man. No Fiber Jar, no Cyber Jar. Fuck this. I've played a tier
Fiber
1 deck
and
before.
Cyberjar.
Yeah, man. That's right.
Hey, well, you got Exodia for One Piece coming out next set too.
I
to
can't wait
play
for that shit. I'm playing that. Oh my God, yes, I'm playing that.
Dude, Emu's gonna be so much fun. After we all talked about Emu last podcast, I sat down and really looked at every card,
Mm-hmm.
and I just went, "Oh, this is mean. I'm gonna ruin someone's."
You
day
should
with
play
this."
it, dude.
Yeah, I
would
think it's your
Zach,
playstyle,
Zach. It's like
It
it
looks so
fits
much
right
fun.
within you. Yeah. Bro, if
New villain arc,
Zach, if
guys.
you don't
New
play it,
villain
it's like
arc.
that scene in Kung Fu Panda where he's standing right next to his father and they're like complaining about not seeing each other the whole time. If you don't play this fucking deck, Zach.
I thought you were going like a completely different route with that.
No, I had
And
to update my references so you could fucking get them. That's
I
what
got it. I got that one. I got it. I thought you were gonna go cookie jar when he's reaching for the cookie jar, and
Oh
he's
my
like,
God.
he's like, bro, I don't know how I got here, dude. I'm not the Dragon Warrior, dude. I'm just fucking flexible as hell, doing the splits for this cookie jar. That's the route I thought you were
we
going.
took Dean to Universal Studios, and you know we went back to that Kung Fu Panda ride too. By the way,
Dude, that ride is fire.
What?
it was sick. It was sick. I've even printed out, and it's hella unfair. I believe you, Sean.
Ooh,
I believe you.
Shawn, we need to hang
You,
out.
you said the
need to
word
show me
soba
that.
bait, and it triggered me in so many ways.
He had to ignore you for 3
Soba bait.
comments.
Bro,
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I
Unlikely
gotta
Hero. Yeah,
fucking-
Adam.
Thank you.
Adam. Unlikely Hero is one of the best Nami player in the world, I think, and one of the best like pro players in the area. And he basically only plays Nami, so fuck, tough for him.
oh, he'll
That would be
switch.
so sad to see
But
your
that's
main
gonna
get
be
banned
interesting
like
though, because
that.
he's gonna switch to something else that he likes, or he'll just stick with the new Nami. Can you imagine he sticks with the new Nami and cooks
new
fools?
Nami
He's
is
just like,
not
y'all
terrible.
suck.
Well, new Nami, you can't run any of the event. Like you can't run so many things.
Yeah, not even
Like,
Impul down All Stars because that's Impul down. It's not.
Yeah, you
Blue.
can't. And didn't Nami start to run a Gravity Blade? Like, you can't run that. You can't run.
Dude,
No.
maybe Michael's Nami's running.
Yeah,
Gravity
Michael's
Blade,
Nami. I was like,
Yeah.
I've
He
been
said
Gravity Blade if I
just for Blackbeard, yeah.
just to spite me.
Yeah, dude. I can't wait till it's like the 4 Soba Mask purple black Luffys are running around. Yeah, dude. Their
Jesus
locals are
Christ.
just 10 Zacks and them, dude. That's why they run 4 Soba Masks.
All right, we've been on. It's 4:28. We gotta
Yeah,
wrap it
dude,
up,
I'm
but very
tired.
quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so thoughts like. Now that we've talked a little bit, do you still think we're in like a fucking like? Where do you think Blue Purple Luffy lands after this? What do you think overall of the ban list? Was it a good thought? Was it a good ban list? Bad ban list? Where does the
Wait.
game go from here?
So is Blue Purple not banned? I need
No.
to get this straight. Okay.
Jesus
Still
fuck,
playable.
Zach! We did an hour and 10-minute podcast. You don't know if Blue Purple's banned or not? This is the subject of the whole fucking thing. Are you the guy who comes in on the test for the Revolutionary War and you're just like, oh, is this the one where they fucking like when 9/11 happened? What the fuck, Zach? Jesus Christ!
God damn, what tests were you taking? Holy shit. They
What are
put
you
9/11
doing?
on your
On play?
test?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
No way they're putting 9/11 on your history test. That was like 2 years after it happened, dude.
Shut the fuck up. My history test is just tell us the cause of 9/11 and I look up and it's my teacher and everyone being like,
So how do you feel about this, Zed? You in particular.
I
Okay, dude. Go ahead, Zach. So Blue Purple Luffy is not banned.
don't know. Zach, the
And it's not- wait.
the bands are Blue Purple Luffy isn't banned, but Blue Purple Luffy can't play with Katakuri or Linlin. Blue Nami
Okay.
is banned.
And just
Sakazuki and Kabaji are unbanned.
for
Okay,
Zed too,
cool,
because I
thank
know
you.
he always gets confused about this. Blue Purple Luffy's also not rotating.
Yes, no, I know that. I just thought Sakazuki was. I didn't know Sakazuki was in OPO 5. I thought Sakazuki was OPO like.
No,
1
I'm
through
just giving
3.
Zach context, dude. It's not rotating and it's not banned. So go ahead.
Is Kabashi on play?
Oh, okay,
You're trolling, dude.
I'm good to end
Okay.
on
He's
that now.
actually the chimpanzee.
okay, yeah.
I
Yeah.
had to get that joke out one more time.
Yeah, we're fucking. Yeah, you're. Fucking Cammy player, clearly.
Yes.
Okay. Unfortunately, like Chris, we need to do another podcast at some point. Like, hopefully, we can do one this week, or if we have time. I know we're all kind of cooked right now, but it'd be good to get together and have hash out like a little bit more. But yeah. I mean, that's interesting. We didn't get this on time. Like one last thing before we go. What was the ban list you think we didn't get?
You mean the one that was
Gum Giant.
slated originally for Saturday?
I don't think it was Gum Gum Giant. I think UP was banned, and they were like, and Blue Nami wasn't banned, and they were like, well, fucking, what do we do?
I think Nami was not on the list, and then they saw the reception to that Otama, and they're like, we gotta fucking deal with this.
Yeah, or yeah, and then they saw the Sakazuki as the goodwill. I think the Sakazuki thing was a goodwill thing.
Yeah, because
But
they're
they were like,
banning
well,
another
fucking,
leader.
yeah, why not? You know, like it's just get it done. Just rip the band-aid off now.
People have been begging for Sakazuki back, so it does make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Fucking
Okay.
anybody who bought a set of 10, this is your chance. Buy 10 RP laws before they go out of style,
If
I miss
RP
that
Law
deck so
ever
much,
comes
dude.
back,
bro.
no.
Like,
No.
just ban Black Maria, dude, or ban do an exclusion.
No.
I will say we are heading out now, but last thing, they just did the English announcement for the ban list now, so we'll get our explanations for why they think these cards should be banned in their opinion, right? But the biggest thing, these revisions don't take effect until August 30th. So
Ooh.
you have one more week to play
Okay.
Blue Purple Luffy at full power and Nami. Everybody only bring those to locals. Let's just do all blue purple Luffy and all not. Fuck it, I'll build Nami.
Just a busted. Yeah.
Chris, I'm gonna be bringing Betty for the next week.
Fuck you, dude. Let me have fun, dude. I'm putting all gravity blades
Cool.
in
Let
my
us.
Nami.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad I brought I made Betty just to spite Dean now on Friday.
Oh my god, dude.
Nah, dude.
That's it. I'm playing Zora. What's Betty's
Yeah, bro.
worst
I'm playing
matchup?
Zora. I'm not gonna
Buggy?
fucking. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wait, Buggy ruins all of Zach's decks.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
bro. But
But Buggy's
imagine
Buggy.
if
Just ban
But
Buggy.
Kabaji was cross guild.
Oh,
That would be so
fuck
fucking
that.
good.
I'd
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
quit this game.
Yeah.
I can barely accept it that it's on play.
You know, Buggy's an on play
brother.
too. you want to fucking play with
Yeah.
that?
Turn off
10
that
cost
on play.
Buggy's an on play.
Hey, give me my free.
How'd that
12K
work for
body.
you, bro?
Yeah, that one. That one doesn't.
I'll never forget Zach's face when we played right after this Buggy Star deck came out, and my first 2 searches were 10 costs. I was like, dude, turn off my on plays right now, bro. Right
Do
now.
something, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, that was the first game. Like, I had never played against Buggy, and I was like, let's see how bad this will be.
Oh no, you
And
had
then-
one game against
Oh, yeah, I
Buggy
had
before
Oh,
one.
that.
wait a minute. Wait,
The
hold on.
Sinnoh game?
How bad
My
does
Twitter
Buggy
game?
get?
Buggy just auto loses to Green Zora, but it
That's
beats
true.
a lot
Yeah,
of other stuff.
Doesn't
in the meta.
Buggy also lose to GP?
Yes, so it auto loses to
Yeah.
those 2 decks. So
Buggy just
it'll-
gets run over.
Yeah, but it's one of those decks that is tier 2, but is functionally like very cohesive and has a high power level. It's just getting gate kept, like Enel. Enel's a perfect example, right? Enel this past format, really good deck, but gets gate kept by blue purple. So we could see Enel come back.
That's a good. That'll
Yeah.
be interesting. That'll be
I mean,
interesting.
we've
Man, I
already
feel so
seen
bad.
the-
I feel so
coming
bad
back,
about Buggy
haven't
though, because
What'd you say, Zach?
Did you say we're seeing an L come back?
We could, yeah. If Rayleigh
I
and
think we're
Green
going
Zora are
to.
good,
I mean, so Dio and Cruz have already picked it back up, but
yeah.
I have to say, looking at the Enel list now, going forward, Enel is a really tempting deck because Enel is positive into Rayleigh, is positive into
Into Green.
Zoro,
Yeah.
and you can tech it to probably take on GP. Like, I don't
Yeah.
think it'd be the easiest, but you could figure it out.
It's not an auto loss by any stretch
Yeah.
of the imagination. But
Enel's gonna be scary contender again. That's
I
gonna
think
be
so.
something we're gonna have to accept again.
that's why I don't think this is gonna be a bad format. I know GP is strong, and like I get that it's my deck. I'll not play GP for a few weeks just to prove it, right?
no,
But I
no,
think,
we're
like-
playing it. We're playing it, dude. I'm
All
playing
right.
it. Shit.
I'll
Dude,
fine.
Hey,
I
play-
altered the
I'm
deck
bugging
out.
you,
Like I
GP.
fucking I have the bro. I have my 3 months rent on that shit. Let's go. Like so,
that the Wi-Fi and the kebab money all went towards
bro.
GP,
The whole
dude.
thing. What do you think? Yeah. I'm gonna wear that deck around my fucking neck like a like rapper bling, bro. I don't think it's gonna be a bad format, man. I think it'll be an interesting format with a lot of really strong shit, you know. And I think like Enel, that possibility is really really interesting. Watching Azor develop, watching a lot of things develop, like Purple Luffy, like yeah, I think it'll be fun.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Thank you guys for joining us on our first Go for Lethal live. My name is Etzabani,
I'm Dean Kazanov.
I'm Zach Chamberlain.
and we'll see y'all soon. Zach, go sit in the corner for 20 minutes for the on play.
Y'all have a good night. Time to
I'm
get
going
2
back to
hours of
bed.
sleep before work. Yeah, exactly.
Time to get 30 minutes of sleep before work.